Hello families, welcome back to another video. This is the part 2 of all you need to know about cesarean section and then their misconceptions. Kindly watch the previous video and continue.
So we are continuing with some misconceptions or some myth of this cesarean section. Some people can be even booked for this and they'll go to the churches and their pastors will be sick, like a whole lot of stuff. That is why I want our midwife to take us through this. A lot of people will say that maybe the doctors want some money from them because when you do the CS, the money involved is a bit higher than the giving birth naturally. And then some also say that because of the cesarean section, much blood wouldn't come out from the vagina, so it will turn out to be a fibroid. And then what again, Answer like, please help me with some of this.
Well, there are all myths surrounding cesarean section. People tend to agree to the rumors that when you do CS, your strength reduces, and that's not true. Well, even with the normal delivery after birth, you have to, get some days off your normal work so that you can regain your strength.
Because that's why even we government workers, when we give birth, we are given 3 months maternity leave to take care of yourself and then your baby as well.
So with the CS, it's the same thing. Your body has been cut, so it's just like having a wound on your skin. You need time for it to heal, so that you will be okay. When you eat good diets, it promotes early healing, then you can go back to your normal activities. People also do say the doctors take money, as you are saying, but then it's not always so. If you do not fall within the categories we mentioned earlier, I don't see why the doctors will tell you you have to go and do CS, because let me tell you, the doctors themselves, most of them don't like doing CS. We are at the field, so we know what is happening on the ground. Even in some cases, you have to beg, oh please, this baby is in distress, oh let's monitor. So it's not always that the doctors are happy doing the CS, unless they know it's an emergency or you've been booked. But even when it happens to be emergency, we do monitor for a while before we take you to the theater for CS. So it's not always like that. And some also think when you do CS, you can't breastfeed. Well, because of the pain and down for some time, like 24 hours before you can even think, you are not eating, so the prolactin, though it starts working, but then it wouldn't be much effective like when you're ambulating. So with the SBD, like when you deliver naturally, that one the breastfeeding starts initially because you put the baby to rest. But then with the CS, it happens to be like you're in pains, so you're not even thinking about putting the baby to the breast.
So your baby.
You also contribute to the fact that the breastfeeding delays. So it's not because of the CS. If you are able to breastfeed or put your baby to the breast after CS, it will definitely flow. But then it's not because I underwent CS, so I can't breastfeed my baby for some days. It's never true. If you are able to put the baby to the breast milk will flow. Because when
I know that my facility, the nurses at the recovery ward mostly help the babies to feed on the breast when the mother is lying, and they have a position that we do that they will put the baby to breast whilst the mother is lying down. Can't touch the baby.
Yeah, but someone in severe pain that they don't want the baby to even touch them. They want to be on
it's
their
not
own
easy
for some time. Yeah, it's normal because myself, I experienced it. I underwent CS. So after the fact, I think even after 24 hours, I still didn't want to breastfeed because I felt I was in pain. So I told my pediatric nurses to help me with my baby, which is not the ideal thing. So, and some also are of the view that when you undergo CS, you can't bleed as doing the normal natural delivery. But then that's also not true, because even after CS, the discharge, it passes through some processes. We have the rubra, the serosa, the alba. That is from the red, it will turn to the yellow, and it will turn to white. So it's in process. And it's just like even our normal menses. I can go up to maybe 5 days, but you might even go up to 7 days.
Yeah.
So it depends on the individual. Some after CS, they wouldn't even bleed at all because they didn't deliver the vagina.
So we would like to also know some advantages of this cesarean section, I'll take this opportunity to tell our dear pastors who discourages our church members on this cesarean section. The moment so that they you die, please. We all believe in God. So if your member is going through this, kindly back the person with prayers. Because we have a lot of people that will come and at the end of it, it's either they will lose their baby or even their lives as well. So my dear pastors, please so please take us through.
When we are booked for CS, one thing you should know is we are considering the baby and you the mother. So it is not one person, two people's life are taken into consideration. So when you are booked for CS, you should know that definitely you can't make it by the normal bed. So you should put it at the back of your mind. The CS is good for me. That is why my daughter has booked me for CS. So I have to definitely go through it. Some advantages of this CS is just simple. If you go through the normal delivery, it puts you at so many risks. So the CS will prevent you from some of these risks, like a mother who has not delivered before, a primate, going to deliver a 4.5 baby, a 4 kg baby. This process might even make you go through.
Have a tear.
That's something, but then you can even go through what we call a temporal paralysis. You might break down. You might even have this pelvic floor injuries. The baby herself or himself might even encounter some problems like the chronic palsy or the Erb's palsy, where the hand will be affected because of the difficult delivery. So a lot happens. So when you are told to undergo CS, it means we are preventing you and the baby from more risk. So the only advantage is that we are preventing you from going through the many risks associated with you going through the normal delivery. I hope you get it. Yes. Either the mother's life is at risk or the baby. Fetal distress, for instance, if we delay, the baby might lose his or her life. So, with the eclampsia, if care is not taken, both lives will be born. So, the advantage is really keeping you away from all these risks.
Alright, so thanks so much. I hope you are really enjoying today's video. So, before we conclude this video, I would like to also ask our dear midwife that what are some of the food that you are to eat? Because sometimes a lot of people don't know that you can eat this from the start and then as time goes on, you can eat other foods. I can remember I had one client when I was giving the visit, I think almost a month, and the breast milk wasn't coming to work. I asked her, what are you eating? And she said me, yes, so it's coconut. So I would like our midwife to take us through right after the CS, what we are to do, and maybe some days or weeks, what again can we also eat after.
It's so unfortunate that your client didn't have that education before discharge. Because in our facility here, in which you are aware, we do education before the clients.
Here we do
before the clients will discharge. So right from the first day, no perils, nothing goes through your mouth. Every medication is IV food, everything is passed through your body. Even in the infusion, we give you DNS to help you with your sugar level to be up so that you don't go hypo. So it starts from there. That is food that we put through the IV. So it starts from there. Then we continue after the DNS. We continue with sips. You can take a light diet like leptin, raw leptin with hot water, no sugar, no milk from the start. Then you can continue with light soup, no salt, like low salt and low pepper. In the evening, you can take soft rice. The second day, you are good to go. Not that you are good to go, so you are going to eat every pound and food. You can take your normal diet, but then in small quantity and very soft.
Okay. You can even eat your fufu, but very soft.
Very soft with more soup. Because if you don't eat, the breast milk wouldn't flow. So you cannot be eating only porridge for a whole month. At least you can eat fruits. You see, this healing process, so if you don't take good care of your diet, the wound wouldn't heal fast.
Especially with the fruits.
So fruit intake and vegetables should be high. Then proper or adequate balanced diet.
Okay.
It shouldn't be
And
only
please,
the
on the
carbohydrates.
fruits, I learned that oranges and pineapples, you can't take it right after CS because you have some acidic content in it. So how true about that?
Yeah, even when you've not undergone CS on a normal day, you've not eaten the whole day, it's not advisable to take acidic food on an empty stomach because it irritates the abdominal walls. So it's not advisable. But then after days, the 3 days, there's bowel sound, everything is back to normal. You can still take your foods with plenty of water,
Including the oranges and pineapple.
everything you can tolerate. You just take it in low or moderation. So that as time goes on, you can just do it with how your body can tolerate it.
That's okay. I conclude it for us, then we are good to go.
Okay. To your viewers out there, the little I would want to wrap up with this. When you are booked for CS, please talk to your doctor about your fears. Don't go home listening to your home doctors and nurses and midwives. Some would even take in compulsions. They will come and the baby's heartbeat would be absent, so meaning the baby is even dead in the womb. Some would be told to come for maybe induction, forced labor. They will stay in their house, come with no baby's heartbeat. This is so terrifying. So if you are booked for CS, talk to your doctor about your fears. Whatever way he can help you overcome that fears, you do it so that you don't go to your church houses. Some are even chained. They come with the marks on their hands. You see it. It's very terrible. So we wasting so much time to go for prayers just to skip or avoid the CS. Honestly, it's not really, nice. It's so appalling.
Yes, we are all with my Reverend Doctor and Reverend Cesarean. When it comes to this, she will just pray with you and tell you that God will take you through. And we have a lot of people in the church who have gone through CS and they are okay with their kids. So please, this is the little advice I also add to our dear midwife. Please, whenever you've been booked, whether for CS, whether for anything, if you have an appointment with a doctor or whatever, kindly make kindly make it a point and then grant that appointment. Don't waste time. Don't delay. We know that early detection is what early treatment. So please. Right, so I would like to say a very big thank you to our dear midwife Anipia for honoring this invitation and then showing up on this channel today to do this misconceptions on the Cesarean session for us. Nana, God richly bless you for this that you have done for me and then my viewers as well. Alright, Nana, so if someone wants to contact you, maybe have one or two things to ask you, or maybe want you to do some of the circumcision for maybe a husband or a child or whatever, please, how do we contact you?
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is The Celebrity Midwife, and on Facebook, Lady Nana Ipia Chiki. I specialize in circumcision. I do for adults and kids. I do repairs too. So if you think your husband needs repair, you can contact me. Thank you very much.
Alright, thanks so much, Nana. God richly bless you. And guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Kindly like this video, share, and comments down below at the comment section. If you have any question for Nana, kindly leave it down there. I will take it to her. She will answer you. Okay, so if you have any questions, then just put it down at the comment section and we will reply you. As soon as I see the question and then I see her, she's going to do it for us, guys. Alright, so please, if you haven't subscribed, Nana, what do you tell me? Subscribe so that you get more of this. If you don't subscribe, you will stop.
More topics in
Yeah, so kindly subscribe to this channel and be part of this beautiful family, and also hit the notification bell so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first to get it. Thanks so much for watching and see you again in my next video. Bye.